So a couple of months ago, I installed the Taipan from D-Link, and that was a main VDSL router and modem all-in-one solution that we put in the second floor where I'm currently living. And although it is a nice modem, it doesn't have the reach for the wireless. So on each of the floors, I did want to install different wireless solutions. Now, you guys out in the audience, when I had the TP-Link Deco come through, you guys said that was absolute garbage. So I decided to play some lawn bowls with it, and they did actually pretty well for that. So when ASUS reached out to me and asked me to take a look at their AC5300 and also their AC88U, I said sure thing, because I was looking for a solution downstairs that would provide wireless here in the studio that would also be strong and also give me a lot of options and also extra ports that I could use to replace the current D-Link switch that I'm using, where I only use up to 8 ports of that switch anyway. So it does have a lot of extra ports and it does have PoE, and there are some benefits to that D-Link switch that I have down here. However, really when it comes down to it, I only need something like the 88U with wireless until I'm ready to upgrade to 10 gig, which is a massive upgrade in itself. Anyway, here on the desk we have 2 routers, one being the RT-AC5300, which is an 8 antenna tri-band 4-port router, and also their AC88U, which is 8 ports. However, it's only a dual band with 4 antennas. Now, the antennas don't make too much of a difference in the wireless signal strength, but what these 2 modems do offer over the Taipan is indeed a greater reach. So the marketing on the box says it does have great coverage, and when I tested it downstairs, which has to go through a lot of concrete from where it's originally at, the signal was indeed stronger. I was getting 2 bars consistently in all areas of the studio, as opposed to the Taipan, which was sometimes dropping out, which I can't have if I need to upload certain things from my smartphone, for instance. And also on the note of wireless, the 5300 megabits per second is the max theoretical speed if you combine the 3 bands together, the 2.5 gigahertz bands and also the 2.4 gigahertz band, and you have a device that has 3 wireless connections that can bridge together. Not many devices can do this, hence why I'm actually picking, for me personally, the 88U, which has a 5 gigahertz band and also a 2.4 gigahertz band. Now, the pricing of these units is a little bit expensive in Australia, $399 for the 88U, 485 AUD for the 5300. If you're in the US, it is a lot better price, $240 US for the 88U and also 300 USD flat for the 5300. So I would like to see ASUS fix the pricing for Aussies. And also another note for Aussies is that this doesn't have a VDSL modem built in. Unlike the Taipan that did have the modem built in. So if ASUS did want to have a big winner on their hands in Australia, I'd recommend them getting the VDSL switch put in place too. But with those negatives out the way, let's find out what makes the ASUS routers, in my opinion, some of the best out there. Welcome back to Tech. Yes, it is Brian coming to you guys today with a review of these 2 routers. Now, the first thing I'm going to get out of the way with, I'm picking the 88U over the 5300, and the reason I'm doing this is twofold actually. The first thing is I like the clean look of the 88U. It's got 4 antennas, it doesn't look too outlandish in my opinion, and the second reason is it's got 8 ports on board. Now in the studio down here, I have my own network installed behind the walls, and so I do need 8 ports over 4 ports on the 5300. Now there is a version of the 5300 that does have 8 ports as well, but even for my purposes, it's still a little bit of overkill. I only need the dual band down here because it's one studio, and the wireless coverage in the studio from the 88U is phenomenal. I get really fast link speeds. Of course, the 5300 is similar, but you do get that extra band. So if you don't need the extra ports from the 88U and you want that extra wireless range and coverage, it is a little bit stronger, then this may be for you. Of course, the aesthetic, as I said before, it is hit or miss. For me, I did prefer the 88U, but now back onto what makes these routers actually quite special, and that's when you go into the user interface. You can log in through the details which are printed on the modem itself. You can then easily set up your own username and password, and there's also many different things you can do on here, but also the fact that it's so simple and easy to learn. You've got all the options you need. And the first thing I'm going to say is the QoS, or the packet scheduling software included, is phenomenal. You can throttle people, individual computers that are attached to this router. In other words, you can limit the bandwidth. So if you've got someone in your family who's downloading all the time and you just want to watch Netflix, you can say, pick their computer up and say, hey, we've got 100 megabits per second download. How about I give you 50 and leave 50 free for everyone else on the network. You can also do this for upload speeds if you're streaming. This was a gripe that I actually had with the Taipan from D-Link. The QoS was very simplistic. It only prioritized certain kinds of packets. The ASUS routers here, they can also do that. They can prioritize streaming packets, or if you're a gamer, they can prioritize the gaming packets, and hence why the gaming is printed on the box. They've also got the what the fast printed on the box as well. Now for certain games, there's a lot of different servers throughout the world. So if you have a username and password, then you can have what the fast managed from both these routers if you wish to. I think that was a good thing for World of Warcraft, though I haven't played World of Warcraft for quite some time now. Then moving on with this router, they've also got what they call AI protection, which will filter out malicious packets. I don't really want to test this, as I usually don't do anything dodgy anyway on my computer, though if you're one of those persons or you have someone in your family that's prone to clicking on exe files in emails, then you may wish to turn this on. There's also the guest network services as well, so if you want to use this at a hotel, you can give people a different network and make it more simplistic if you wish to. You can also filter out certain websites, and also if you're a parent, you can filter out what your kids watch. So there is parental mode, which will work quite well if you want to stop your kids from watching porn, for example. But I don't know if that's a good thing. You don't know what else they would get up to then. Anyway, getting back to the review, it's got 128-bit encryption. You've also got a USB 3 and 2 ports, which can share your printer over the network, or if you want to attach an external hard drive, you can share that external hard drive over the network too, essentially making it a very easy NAS solution if you wish to. And some last minute touches with this device is also the ability to log into the AI Cloud 2.0, and on the back of the box, they've got what they call zombie protection. So and I will say before I get on out of here as well, in this modem itself, there's just a huge amount of features and options that are way too complex for me too. It is literally one of the best UIs that I've seen on a router to date. So ASUS definitely know what they're doing. I thought with them being a motherboard company that makes monitors, they wouldn't be that well versed in routers, but sure enough, they're making an exceptional product here that does deliver on a lot of the promises that they say on the box, except for the zombie thing. Maybe, who knows? If there's some zombies around the Gold Coast, let me know, and we can test out this zombie protection service here. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed today's review of the AC88U and also the AC5300. As I said before, even though this one's more expensive, I'm not picking it over the AC88U, as that does everything I need it to. I like the look better, and it's got those 8 ports, which I desperately need down in the studio here. Though I would like to see something like this come out with a few 10 gig ports on board. I think that would be perfect for someone like me, at least, in a studio where I do have, or I do plan to get, a lot of 10 gig switches installed just to make a lightning fast network, and I'm sure ASUS are definitely capable of it. Another thing as well, if you're in Australia, it doesn't have the VDSL modem support built in, so you will have to connect a modem to this router, and then you can use the features from this router. However, once you do that, it will give you a really good experience. Anyway guys, hope you enjoyed today's review. If you did, then be sure to hit that like button. Let me know in the comment section below if there's anything else you wish to know about these routers, and I'll catch you in another tech video very soon. Peace out for now. Bye. Which will work quite well if you want to stop your kids from watching porn, for example. Don't stop them watching porn. It's probably better that they do that. It will give you a little bit better wireless coverage throughout your home. And then ASUS is an 8-band, not 8-band. And also on the note of the wireless and the fancy numbers,